Subscriber requests are ruling the roost on this week's eBay sales video. Welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher.
So let's jump right into it.
We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Welcome back, YouTube. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and thank you for joining me for another eBay sales video on the channel. Of course, today we have 6 new books that I'm going to be going over that sold on eBay the previous week. Now, before we get started in the video, like always, I want to remind you guys, if you're not a current subscriber of the channel, do me a favor, click that sub button. You know, once we get to 6,000 subs, I'm giving this sucker away. So for the 6,000 subscriber giveaway, I've decided to give away this awesome Hulk vs. Wolverine maquette, measured in about 1/10 scale, and of course features the incredible cover from Incredible Hulk number 181. So if you're a sub, when we get to 6,000, you have a chance to win this awesome statue. But that's not it. If you are a member of the channel, you're going to have a members only giveaway, and we're giving away this awesome custom original art Spider-Man swinging through New York City. So if you're not a member of the channel and are interested, you have a chance to win this amazing original art. Do me a favor, hit that like button for me because it really helps the channel out, and of course check out all the new merch available down below. The link is in the description of every video. Now let's check out these eBay books. So the first book we're going to take a look at this week is a subscriber request for this specific book. It is a copy of Giant Size X-Men #1, triple signed by Stan Lee, Chris Claremont, and of course Len Wein. Now this copy is graded at a CGC 9.2 off-white to white pages with the classic Giant Size X-Men label from CGC. Now this book sold at auction on June 29th for $8,489.57. Now as we get into the GPA data, this book triple signed is quite rare. The last sale we have recorded is this copy for this amount, $84.90 in June of this year. The 90-day average for this book, again, $84.90, because only been one sale in the past 90 days. But guess what? The 12-month rolling average is at $9,345 on 2 sales, and believe it or not, before that, the book hadn't been sold in just about 2.5 to 3 years. Now, this book doesn't come to market that often. I'm not too sure how many there are in a 9.2 triple signed by these 3 men. Regardless, the book is down about $1,000 over the year. That's actually not too bad, because you go out and check the Giant Size X-Men 1 sales over the past year and a half. They've really gotten crushed, probably anywhere down from 30 to 50% depending on the grade. So this one triple sign is actually hanging in there, not too bad. I'm always a buyer of this book, especially in high grade. One of the better X-Men books you can, but right now, is this the time to be going out and buying this book? I'm not too sure, but if you're a long-term holder, I say why not go ahead, pick it up. Up next is another subscriber request. Here we have a copy of Incredible Hulk number 181 in a CGC 9.2 signed by the great Stan Lee. Now this copy sold on June 29th, again at auction, for a whopping $11,600 on 42 bids. Now as we get into the GPA data, you could see the last sale of this book has already been recorded at $11,600. The 90-day average for this one also at $11,600, meaning one copy sold over the last 90 days, and it is this one. The 12-month rolling average just at $11,500 on just 2 sales. So again, 2 sales at a 9.2 signed by Stan Lee over the past year. That's actually not too bad, guys. We have to go back to the 2021 average to actually get a sale of a 9.2 signed by Stan Lee, and it was $14,470 on just the 1 sale. We've talked about this time and time again here on the channel, how popular this book is, and that there are so many copies out there on the census. I'm going to say roughly there's probably around 17,000 just off my memory. Do me a favor, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But either way, I'm shocked to learn that a 9.2 signed by Stan Lee, there's only 1 or 2 sales over the past 3 years for this book, and just goes to show you that this book is not immune from the decrease. We're seeing a $3,000 decrease over the past 3 years, just about 30% or so down from the high of 2021. But hey, not a lot of sales for a high-grade copy signed by Stan Lee. That is definitely surprising to me. Up next is one of my favorite genre media covers. It is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 135, and the second appearance of the Punisher. Now, let me stop you guys right there. I know there is a book that actually has a panel of the Punisher in it that actually predates this book, but I'm calling it the second appearance of the Punisher as well, and it's an iconic cover. Now, this copy, a CGC 9.2, just sold on July 4th, Happy Independence Day, for $488.75. Now, even the seller is offering this book at a 15% off discount from where he was originally asking it, with free shipping. Now, this book sold for $489, and it already has been recorded on GPA as the last sale. The 90-day average for this book, only $420 on just 5 sales. The 12-month rolling average, $436 on 21 sales. In 2022, the average was $549, and again, on 22 sales. And in 2021, only at $505. The one thing that jumps out at me, guys, is that this book has remained remarkably steady over the past 3 years. And it's something that I'm noticing going forward with classic covers, possibly even second appearances, haven't taken that massive jump higher, and they haven't gotten crushed over the past year and a half. Again, this book, again, being a classic cover, I love this John Romita cover. You guys know I'm a big fan of him. This is something we have to keep our eye on going forward in the eBay sales videos, because the classic covers haven't been taking a beating that the first appearance books have. We go from a John Romita Sr. cover to a John Romita Jr. cover. Here we have a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 238 and the first appearance of the Hobgoblin. Not only that, this book is a white pager and has that awesome Amazing Spider-Man number 238 label by CGC. Now, this copy, a 9.6, sold on July 5th for $795, right at the asking price. Now, as we get into the GPA data, you can see the last sale has not been recorded yet. This is the previous data at $715. The 90-day average for this one, $761 on 10 sales. The 12-month rolling average, $890 on 56 sales. Wow, that is a whopping amount of sales in the 12-month rolling average. The 2022 average all the way up at $976 on 61 sales. And in 2021, the average was $1,026. So about a 30% decrease to the last sale in June 2023. This one I think sold a little bit over that because of that Hobgoblin label. I notice a lot that these labels, especially custom labels that match the book perfectly, are really going for a lot more than the previous sales data. You guys let me know if you've seen anything like that, but I like this book, the Secret Wars 8 with that classic Secret Wars label. They're always going for a premium. Miles Morales on an Ultimate Fallout 4, that label always going for a premium. So again, I love this book. You guys know that. If I want to own this book, I want it in super high grade, of course, complete with the tattoos. Always have to have that. But again, I'm always looking to buy for the right price. Up next, let's check in on the Daredevil. Here we have a copy of Daredevil number 7 in a CGC 7.5. Of course, this is the first appearance of Daredevil in his new red costume. Now, this copy sold on July 5th for the ask of $749.99. Now, as we get into the GPA data, you can see the last sale hasn't been recorded yet, so the last sale we have in June was $630. The 90-day average for this book, again, was $630 because only the one copy sold over the past 90 days. The 12-month rolling average all the way up at $950 on 10 sales. In 2022, the average is $1,256, but only on 7 sales. And in 2021, the average was $1,127 on 9 sales. Two things jump out at me. One, the massive drop that this book has taken over the past year and a half. We're talking about almost a 45 to 50% drop in just that time. The second thing, look how many few sales there are in a 7.5 over that time. Under 10 each year. To me, that's kind of nuts. I think this book is relatively out there in the community, so it kind of shocks me that there's only been 10 sales a year over the past couple of years. Either way, I think this is the second book probably that I'd want to own after Daredevil number 1, and the fact that it's dropped to around $600 makes me think that it might be time to start looking at this one if you're a Daredevil fan. Now, this person paid about $750. Not too sure why when the last sale was all the way down at $630, about $120 over the last sale. But hey, if you really want a book, just go out and buy it, especially when it's just a little money like $100 to $150. Not a big deal to me if you're a long-term holder and a massive Daredevil fan. And the last book we're going to take a look at this week is our Raw Book of the Week, and it is a copy of Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of the Black Panther. Now, this person is calling this book a good, very good, and I happen to agree with him. But one thing I want to do this week with the Raw Book is check out what the book actually sold for, and then take that price point and compare it to a grade on GPA. So keep in mind that this person had this book graded at a good to very good, probably a 3 to a 3.5, but I took the CGC 4.0 data from GPA, and there's a reason why. So the last sale on a 4.0, according to GPA, was $457. Now, don't forget, GPA tracks CGC sales all over the place except Comic Link and a few auction houses. Now, this person sold a raw copy for $440, and they're calling it around a 3.0 to a 3.5. So what would you guys rather have? A raw copy that they're calling a 3.0, 3.5, or a graded copy that sold for $457, roughly around the same price? Now, the 90-day average for a 4.0 is $569 on just 8 sales. The 12-month rolling average, $674 on 31 sales. In 2022, the average was $867, and in 2021, the average is all the way up at $977. That's why when I'm buying books, especially raw books, I'm comparing it to CGC prices according to GPA, or I use Comic Link sometimes if a book sold recently, just to compare the data that they're selling at. Now, this book, again, they're calling it under a 4.0, and someone paid up to buy this book. I'm only buying raw books if I can get a deal. If not, guys, keep in mind, I'd rather own graded books just for the peace of mind. Regardless, I think this person overpaid a little bit for a raw copy of this one, but either way, make sure you're doing your due diligence going forward and checking out prices before you buy. That's it for the video this week, guys. I hope you enjoy this one. Again, a fresh look at 6 books that were sold over the prior week. Make sure you're doing your due diligence if you're going out and looking to buy a book. Don't overpay if you don't have to, especially where the market is right now. Set your limit, know what you're doing, and go from there. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, check out all the new merch down below, support the channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon.